Hello, guys, and welcome back. As you can tell, maybe by what I'm holding on to right now, we have the new film color, which is Phoenix 200. Now, please, if you will, leave your interesting thoughts below of what you thought this film was before it was released. I'll give you a few seconds. Go ahead. All right. For me, what I thought it was going to be was possibly some sort of red scale film. When I saw it was red, and then just the phoenix luminescence of it. I was really a big fan of red scale film back in the day when I was on Flickr looking at new films or films to try. And I actually shot red scale once, so I was actually really cool if I thought it'd be really cool if it was red scale or like an aerial chrome film, but it wasn't. Just so happens we have this new color film which has some red side effects, as you may have seen in some photos. Now, this is my first impression with my first roll. I wasn't sure if I want to do this because it wasn't the best roll, but it is my first roll, first impression, get out the way. Now, if you go to the Darkroom Lab Instagram, Trev, he definitely gave a really good description of the latitude of this film, but the one thing I took out of it was this has a low exposure latitude. So basically, if your exposure is off a little bit, the highlight will probably get blown out pretty quickly. And that, quite frankly, happened with a lot of my photos here. But I also thought it was kind of cool with the halation that kind of came about it. It's kind of blown out in some parts, the little halo part. I kind of dig that look. You know, that could be a hit or miss when you're shooting it. I'm kind of getting a little carried away with myself. But I shot this first roll. It was kind of rushed, if you will. But I had fun, and it was at golden hour, which is what most of my photo shoots are. At the end of the day, right before the sun's about to go down, golden hour is usually best. But with a new film, especially a film that has a red side to it, golden hour, which, you know, gives off yellow tones, orange tones, that might not be the best example to give off if you're shooting this film for the first time, unfortunately. But you'll see what I mean. And yeah, I'll stick around for afterwards, and I'll give my thoughts of this film and what I'd like to see more of.
This is a 35 millimeter 1.4 Sigma
versus film. Phoenix. Same shot.
I can't say much for this roll because it was my first roll and kind of like a test roll, a run and gun. Here it is. But one of my favorite shots, which you could argue about it, but I really dig the shot of the car because it shows like the halation and the highlights kind of blown out. So it's a good little example photo, and it's a nice little car shot. Other than that, have you guys shot this roll yet? And what are your impressions of this film so far? I know it's a first experimental roll, so do with that what you will. You can't quite do too much of it just yet. What do you guys think of Phoenix films so far? Have you guys shot with it so far, or is it too reddish, throwing you off? Like, I've seen people actually correct it on their film scanner, but it looks like a totally new film. So if you kind of tweak it too much, it doesn't have the look that it's supposed to give, which it's kind of like, why are you even shooting this film in the first place if you're kind of tweaking it that much, you know? Well, hopefully with this new year, I will be able to shoot more film, because shoot a roll, gotta wait some time to develop it, then you gotta shoot again. So I usually shoot one roll a month, which is pretty slow, of course. So here's to shooting more film this year, and let me know down below if you guys have shot this before. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Remember to always make the ordinary into the extraordinary.